Hey, thanks for watching this quick video because today we're going to talk about how we can help you build a massive online presence, generate leads, and be recognized as a local real estate expert and do it all on autopilot. Pretty cool, right? So we have that social media presence that we need so badly in today's environment. Well, why is that? This from the 2019 profile of home buyers and sellers, and it's very simple. 100% of people go online to look for real estate agents. 100%. And then secondly, and probably most important, is 34% of the people said they found the agent used to search for or buy a home online, and then 28% requested more information. When more than a third of the people are reaching out online looking for you, that's an important place to be, right? Because I'd ask you to consider this. If someone doesn't know you, right, they're not in your database, they're not in your sphere of influence, and they don't know you, and then they can't find you online, I mean, how do you expect to get hired? Think about that one for a minute. How do you get hired? Now, you can spend hundreds or thousands of dollars generating online leads, there's no question. Well, what if you could do it organically through social media? So let's talk about that. There's a book called You Everywhere Now. It was written by a gentleman named Mike Kennigs. There's a couple things on technologies that are, a little bit outdated. It's about a 6 or 7 year old book. But really the key to that was, are you top of mind for real estate in your local market? Are you everywhere now? So when people go online and they see you, let's be honest, if they're not looking to buy or sell a house, they're not looking for you. But when they are, does your name pop into their head? And then do they see you frequently? So the question you have to ask is your presence on social media platforms right now, does it do that for you? What's your social media presence look like? Are you top of mind? Are you out there? Are you available? Do people recognize you? Then if they start to search for reviews, do you have any online reviews? And then can you even be found on Google? Now, over the years, folks, I've Googled thousands and thousands of real estate agents, and really 98% of the time takes me to a Zillow, a Realtor.com, or a Homes.com blank account. That's not a social media presence. That's not a Google presence. How do we take and do this differently? First, we got to answer, is social media really that important? Now, I thought about whether I needed to talk about this now or not, but I decided it was important because 3.6 billion people use social media, and it's not going down, folks. And so if you don't have that, you can look at this traffic pattern for Google for the past decade and look at it. It never went down, and it's probably not going to now. Then we have a platform that's probably one of the most underutilized by real estate agents, and that's LinkedIn. See, globally, they have 722 million users, but what's really important is that 4 out of 5 LinkedIn members are the ones driving business decisions. So if people are seeing you consistently and regularly on LinkedIn, folks, those are the decision makers. And if you're not posting content to it, well, that's an issue. The most ignored platform of all is Instagram. 1 billion people use it. 1 billion monthly active users. 90% of marketers name Instagram as the most important social media platform for influencer marketing. Russell Brunson, who created a company called ClickFunnels, says it's the most important channel to grow your business. Yet realtors ignore it. This young lady, probably heard of her, Kylie Jenner. She was a billionaire at age 20 because of her presence on Instagram. Now, yes, she has also a media presence on TV, but she has millions and millions of followers, and every time she posted about her cosmetics, she sold a ton of them. She ended up selling her company to Coty and became a billionaire at age 20. But that's cool for Kylie Jenner. What's it do for real estate? Well, this is my good friend Paul, who took 2 listings in 6 days from Instagram. Kind of changed his approach a little bit, said, I wonder if I could change up what I do a little bit and start actually getting listing leads from Instagram. 50% of their closings are coming from Instagram. Now, I had in here 50% plus. Last weekend, I asked him, and it's 64% of his income is coming from Instagram. And if you're an EXP agent, you'll understand what this means. He'll be an icon agent in 2021, his 2nd year in full-time real estate production. 2 years, he'll do that kind of revenue, and 64% of it is coming from Instagram. Do you think you need to have a presence there? So we get that it's critical, right? I don't have to preach to you too much, but the problem is you're still not posting regularly, and the question is why not? In my opinion, there's 2 reasons. It's time or lack thereof. It's just, I hear it all the time. I don't have enough time. But the number one thing I hear, I don't know what to post. So I said, well, what if you had access to software that would automate the entire process, the everything, and it only took you an hour a month to do it? Would that now motivate you to spend an hour because you do know how powerful it is for your business, right? So there's 4 parts to our system. Number 1 is it gathers content. You don't have to think about what to post. You just have to decide what you want to post. Then you can schedule them. My recommendation is that we post at 8 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. every day because those are the best times for people to look at them. And then 3, we have content banners that we've put into the equation, and I'll show you more of that in a minute, that allow you to take and generate leads from your social media. And then finally, number 4, how do we automate the online reviews process so we do have testimonials and we do rank on Google and we do show up when people search for real estate agents. This is what the inside dashboard looks like of the software. This is simply an example of how it went out and grabbed content from MyKCM. It can grab content from any place that contains RSS feeds, CNBC, CNN Real Estate, Yahoo Finance, Forbes, you name it. If they have an RSS feed, you can get content for it, and it all comes in automatically. It downloads the content into the software so that you can go and choose it. Now, you do have the ability to make custom posts. So if you knew you had a new listing coming up and you had an open house in a week, you could create the post for it and then schedule it. And scheduling is simple as hitting post later. It'll have a little calendar and a clock that'll drop out, and it'll say what day and what time do you want to post it. And then notice where it says content banner. We'll get to that in a minute. It's very cool. But here's what I'd like you to consider. Imagine if you were posting to Facebook, Twitter, Google My Business, Instagram, and LinkedIn 3 times a day, 7 days a week. What would your profile look like online now? But it gets even better. We came up with a way to take and have banners added, clickable banners added to the bottom of high PR page rank, well-known websites, Los Angeles Times, New York Times, CNBC, all those types of things. And we can have personalized banners added on the bottom. So this is a link that I had that I shared from my son's account. And what would happen is when you click on it, it'll open up the CNBC article, and his banner will be on the bottom. It's a clickable banner. You can send it wherever it is that you want to go, right? So now imagine in a listing presentation, you have a post. This is just one for, favorite ways to beat the heat. It doesn't have to be all real estate that you post, folks. So when you click on this banner, what it would do is it would take you to ABC 15, one of the local channels, and his banner shows up promoting his open house. Imagine if you went into a listing presentation and showed people how you were marketing their property differently than everybody else. And for the next week, every piece of content that you posted was promoting their open house. What do you think their response to that would be? What do you think the traffic would be to your open house? Right? Here's an example of the Los Angeles Times. Guys, there's just different banners that you have on there, right? So you can rotate these around, you can pick and choose. But he's showing up on the bottom of the Los Angeles Times article, and he didn't pay a penny to be there. He's not paying any advertising fees, nothing. Be on the bottom of Forbes, just another option. This is a MyKCM post. They create really good content, especially for Instagram. Another post. Think about this as a co-op marketing opportunity. What if you started to promote your loan officer, your inspector, your title company, anybody like that? What if you charge them, $50, $60, $70, $80 a month, and you use that for marketing costs because the cost of the software is so insanely low that you don't even need it for that, but you could use it to go out and generate more business, right? This is what our library looks like, and you'll get a Word document or a Google Doc document that'll allow you to log into Canva and just completely change these, pull out Ryan's name and his picture and put yours in, etc. So very simple to do. Well, the question you got to ask yourself is, does it work? It's a very powerful example. We had posted twice to Google My Business. Twice. That's it. And that's the text message that we got one day. I'm planning to sell my house. Do you have time to discuss more in detail? Yes. Do you have some time to set up a Zoom call? We do our listing presentations via Zoom. Sure. When are you available and what's your Zoom account? What happened? Well, this is about a $600,000 house that we can't list for a couple more months. They have a prepayment penalty on their loan, which I haven't seen in a long, long time. But this is a $600,000 listing from a Google My Business post. So do you want to know if it works? There it is. In less than 2 weeks of posting, meaning we only posted 2 articles, he had more than 80 profile views. So the fourth part is, well, what about that automated online review system? We've got to have people find online reviews. They're important. 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. 90% read online reviews before visiting a business, or in our case, maybe calling. 92% of users will use a local business if it has at least a 4-star rating. So folks, if they're trying to look at 2 or 3 or 4 other real estate agents and nobody has any ratings, and then you have a bunch of them with at least 4 stars, 92% of the time they're going to pick you. So let's take a look at a live demo. This is a recording, so the sound will definitely be a little bit different. But Kaylee, our operations manager, just put together this quick demo to let you see what it looks like on the back end, and then realistically how simple it is. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let Kaylee take over.
Okay, today I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how to use the Homeboss social media software to best perform for your real estate business. When you very first get your social media account, it's going to look just like this. The first thing you're going to need to do is connect all of your individual logins. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google My Business. If you don't have one of these, I recommend making them, but connecting as many as you have for now. Once you get connected, your login page will start to look a little bit different. You'll have all these content feeds, all these articles ready to be posted. So the first thing I'd like to show you guys is how to actually make a post. So the first thing you can do is search for content. When you say search for content, the first thing I like to search is just real estate Arizona, real estate your location, and then you'll get a whole nice long list of different articles to post. There's also different subjects that you can search within, and it'll pull up a whole nother list of articles. You also can connect RSS feeds if you have any that you're subscribed to. We have my KCM. This has awesome content, very up-to-date real estate information, has awesome graphics. So if you aren't subscribed to anything and are looking for something with good content, we do recommend my KCM. So let's go ahead and actually post a post. So say this preview looks interesting, you can click on that link and you can look at the article, preview through it. If it looks good, awesome. What I like to do is go down here and use this as a caption. So you can copy and then paste that into the message, which will be your caption for your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn posts. That's pretty much what we're posting on this content tab, or you could say you're posting to, so then you can choose which you're posting to. Like I said, we should just be doing Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter on this one. And you can either post it now or post it later. You can also add a content banner. So these content banners are going to be custom banners to you and your information. So if you want to preview it, it's going to look like this with the article. This is going to link to Brian's AZ Homes for Sale or my Homeboss AZ site. So then we're driving traffic to his website, which is always a good thing. So then you can either post it now, post it later. Say we want to post it on Friday at 9 a.m. We can do that. And then once you hit post, it's going to go and add to his queue. So Google My Business and Instagram are going to be posting a little different. Google My Business has its own complete tab. So this is pretty much where we're posting open houses, just listed, just closed, sold, stuff like that. So you can do like open house this weekend and then choose a file. And I would use like a graphic it's going to be from your desktop. You can like use a graphic here from your next open house. So we'll just use that picture for now. And then you can add a button. So when you add the button, you can be like, learn more here. And you can link this to homebossaz.com or your site. So then now when they click the button to learn more, they're directed to that 2-minute video on Homeboss AZ. You can also add a banner here. Say we want to do the time to sell banner. And then if it's an open house, I like to make an event. You can repeat it. You can post it now or post it later, just like before. So for custom posts, this is Instagram directed in our opinion. So we do image posts for Instagram. You can type a message here, which will be your caption. You can add hashtags there. And then you can also add your image here, making sure that it's just the right image size for Instagram. And then choosing Instagram here. If it's an Instagram post, it will also work for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, so you can post it there also. And then post and now are posting later. Once you get all your scheduled posts, you get a bunch going, you've got to check out how many you have scheduled. You can click on the calendar and it will show what you have scheduled. So this is that one that we just scheduled earlier. It's going to go out at 9 a.m. on Friday. So another place you can look is your analytics. So this is where you can run reports to see how your pages are doing. And then we also have the content banners. So the content banners that I have shown you already are going to be preloaded. I'm going to give you guys a Canva sheet with all of the links to them. So then you'll just have to change out your information and then you can hit new template. The ones we like to use are full-size banners. That way you can fully change absolutely everything on them. We're making them on Canva and then importing them in here because they look a little nicer. There is a full video in that yellow bar that gives more detail on content banners, but this is where we're uploading them and then naming them what you want to name them. And then they will all be one long list here. Then there is also one that you can start getting people's emails. So you can use it as a tool to get leads. And then the emails will populate on email integrations, connections. If you ever get a new social media account, you can always add that new social media account on here. And then the last one I just want to touch on one more time, content feeds. This is my KCM that we have on here. You can add whatever ones you have. You can YouTube to get new RSS feeds and how to upload them. But this is where those are stored. But your main hub is going to be the social media tab where you can add all of your posts and more in-depth videos on the tutorials page. So that is an overview on our social media software.
Pretty awesome, right? Is that a lot easier to do than what you're doing right now with social media? I think it is, right? So here's a couple quick questions for you. We know that having an online presence and positive reviews are going to result in additional closings. So what's your strategy? I mean, if you haven't thought about it before, what if you think about it now? What's that look like right now? For most agents, it's like, I don't really have one. I try and post if I remember. Well, that's not a strategy. That's getting by. What do we do about it? Because well, in order to have that kind of presence where you could post 3 times a day, 7 days a week, how much time are you going to have to spend building that presence? And then finally, doesn't it just make sense to automate the process? Why work that hard? So the obvious question is, well, what's the investment? What's the cost? Well, guys, our regular agent package is $299 setup fee and $249 a month. Our group pricing for our group is $99 setup fee and $69 a month. I told you, it's like virtually nothing. So it's a total of $168 today and then $69 per month. So you can go to homebossmediagroup.com/pricing, or you can click the button below and it'll take you there, right? So when you go to the page, this is what it looks like. You'll see our other packages, but you can pick up the EXP Homeboss group for $69 a month and $99 setup fee, okay? So you get all the things that we just showed you, all the templates, all the banners, access to Canva, the software, all that for $69 a month. I know, I've had agents tell me you should charge like a whole bunch more, but this is our group, right? So I want you to be able to take and use it, and I want you to be able to have that social media presence. $99, $69 a month. Either click the button below or go to homebossmediagroup.com/pricing. I'm excited about it. I know what it's doing for our agents that beta tested it. We know what it's doing for others. And this is one more way to take and help our group start to take and build the real estate business that they always wanted. So homebossmediagroup.com/pricing, $99 setup fee, $69 a month. I hope you take advantage of it. I hope you start to use it. It is really simple. And I look forward to talking to you soon.